Welcome to Commercial Break, where we bring you everything that is commercials, advertising, anything that's going on in our world to do with products, everything that surrounds us as Americans. This show is about. So welcome to Commercial Break tonight. I'm really excited to be here. My name's Rebecca Michael, and I'm here with Mike Beatrice in the chat rooms, which you guys have been chatting him up. Give it up for Mikey. He's the best I am girl.
Hey.
He's the best I am girl ever at the stream.tv, and I have to say he's extremely committed and dedicated because he had tickets to the Red Sox Angels game tonight, and he chose to be here with you guys instead.
That's right.
That's pretty serious.
To be fair, they were horrible seats.
Oh, really? Nosebleed?
No. Just way down, like, right field, foul pole.
Oh.
Foul ball territory, but no. I'm very happy to be here, Rebecca.
Still a huge sacrifice. Did you sell them to Jamie Kaler?
Actually, they were our tickets.
Oh. So Jamie's there with a ghost?
No. We decided together to sell them.
Oh, you both sold them.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm surprised.
And we're going to use the money and go invest in a steak dinner somewhere.
So, can I come?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. I want to introduce my new friend here. We've been chatting for a while, and a lot of things we have in common, like the color of our shirt. So please welcome Miss Kimberly. I got to say your name right. Irion to the show, because I want to say Orion, like you're Irish or something.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, Kimberly.
Thank
We're really
you.
excited to have you here. Actually, your color's a little bit different on camera, but like when we're in person, it's exactly
the same.
We didn't plan this, but I did have a sweater to cover up, so we wouldn't look the same, but I took it off because Kimberly said that that's her booking color.
This is my booking color. You have to find your booking color. But this is mine. Like, statistically speaking, this is the color that I book the most commercials in. I have no idea why. So.
It just, because it looks good on you.
Who knows?
So everybody has one, because mine is usually like a dark pink, or something really happy and cheerful. A lot of people go with the blue. Have you heard that?
Yeah, the blue's big, but for me, I try to like step away from the blue. I do aqua every once in a while.
Yeah.
I actually have one shirt that's been in like 4 commercials, one aqua shirt, but now I'm on to pink, and it's been going good.
Wait, so you have one shirt that they've actually used in the commercials?
Yeah.
It was yours?
Either a TV show or a film or 4 different projects. I think like a web series, a film, and 2 commercials. It's my shirt, my aqua shirt. And I have a ring that's been in like a ton of stuff too. Whenever you see a pearl ring with like a hand reaching for like cereal or something, it's like the same ring.
So if you guys see a hand with a pearl ring on it in a commercial reaching for something, that's Kimberly.
That's mine.
Most likely. But you're learning something here because, see, when we go to audition for stuff and we try to book things, we have to think about these things. We have to think about what color looks good because they fast forward through the clips when they're looking for commercial people that audition that day, and it's better to stand out. So that's sort of a little trick. And I know you guys are going to have more questions about all that kind of stuff. Before we get into Kimberly's clips, because this girl's done over 17 national commercials, so I think she knows what she's doing. She's pretty popular in commercials, and I think as we roll the commercials, you guys are going to be like, oh my gosh, I see her all the time. But I want to get into some ad news, because there's a lot going on out there. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of drama in the product world and advertising, and one of which has to do with Dunkin Donuts and Starbucks. I don't know if you guys know this, but they're in a war right now. Starbucks is suing an executive for taking a job at Dunkin Donuts. Upon learning that he accepted the position, Dunkin Donuts has given him a new position as the new brand's operations officer. So Starbucks filed a suit claiming that he did not hold up his non-complete agreement or something like that. So I think that's pretty funny. Who wouldn't want to work for Dunkin Donuts? No offense, Starbucks, I like you and everything, but I grew up in Massachusetts where we have a Dunkin Donuts every square foot. Right, Mike?
Exactly.
We live on it.
Actually, Rebecca, I was in Berlin last summer, and Dunkin Donuts was bought out by a private company in Berlin. It's now German-owned. There are more Dunkin Donuts in Berlin than there are even in Boston.
I love Berlin then. Let's go there.
Absolutely. It was the most amazing thing. I had no idea when I showed up. Every corner I turned, Dunkin Donuts.
That's probably the only reason why to go to Berlin now.
Well, that and history and architecture
really,
and culture.
The wall, because they took the wall down. What's there to look at now?
It's still there.
Oh, okay. There's little pieces of it left.
They're actually putting it back up very quietly, though.
Oh. We need to put up one of those somewhere in our country. I'm not going to say where, though. Suddenly a political show again.
Wow.
We should just do a political sports show, Mike, because that's really
We should.
Also, if you want to go into copywriting or put out an ad, or if you're putting something on Craigslist, please don't feature the term whatever in your work, because the Marist poll says that when people were asked which phrases they find the most annoying, 47% picked the word whatever. So copywriters, advertisers, marketing people, people promoting stuff, selling stuff, do not use that word, because it will turn people off and they don't want it. McDonald's, you guys might want to write to them. They are coming up with a new phrase, a new expression to replace "I'm loving it."
No.
I can't imagine why. That's such a wonderful piece of advertising. I'm loving it.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da.
See, when I was a kid, they had that cool rhyme, and I can't do it, but maybe Mike knows it still, but it was all the food in a row.
The Big Mac song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big
And
Mac,
they use
fish.
it on one of the Carl's Jr. ads. It's,
They did?
2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun, Big Mac.
Didn't it start off Big Mac, filet-o-fish, quarter pounder French fries, icy
I do
cold,
remember that
thick
one.
shake, sundaes, and apple pies. What?
Guys, really. It's Big Mac with DLT, a quarter pounder, Richmond cheese, filet-o-fish, a hamburger, a cheeseburger, a Happy Meal, nuggets, tasty golden French's, regular or larger size, a salad chef or gardener, a chicken salad, oriental, Big Mac breakfast, egg muffin, hot cakes and sausages, maybe biscuits, bacon, eggs, and cheese and sausage, Danish hash brown, 2 and 4 dessert, hot apple pies and sundaes, 3 varieties, a saucer cone, 3 kinds of cake, and chocolate chip cookies, and a drink of Coca-Cola, Diet Coke and orange drink, a spread and coffee, decaf 2, a loaf of milk, a soda and orange juice. I love McDonald's, good time, great taste, and I get this all in one place. Jesus, get it right.
That was apparently a rhyme from a completely different generation, Mike. I think we missed that one. That was not from children of the 80s. That was kids who were from the early 90s, I think, because I don't know that one. But that one, I'm so impressed. I don't even know what to say.
I like the exasperated sigh that happened right before he hit
I
it.
did
Like
too.
when he hit the button, he's like, "Oh,
my
Jesus."
gosh. He's so over us.
Clearly, we've let Brian down.
Brian, I have to say, every time you do something like that, I fall in love with you more and more.
Bingo.
More and more. I love smart guys. Obama won the Nobel Peace Prize. And we're not political, but does this mean he'll sell more of his books? What do you guys think? Write to Mike, ask him what you think, or do you guys talk about that with him? Will it sell more books? Because now the whole world will look at him more closely because he won the Peace Prize. So, by the way, I'll be up for it next year because I guess pretty much anybody can be at this point. Okay, I gotta tell you guys, giveaways in the advertising world. There's a lot of free stuff. I had no idea. So let's go over a few things. This is a little gimme section. If you go to goodhousekeeping.com, you can enter a sweepstake to win a trip to Jamaica. It's a 5-night trip. You can get massages and all kinds of things. You can also maybe get a Tempur-Pedic bed. Mike? You could get the ladies if you had that, I think.
It depends on what their sleep number is.
That's not the Tempur-Pedic.
Oh, a different
That's
one?
a
I'm
totally
sorry. I got my
different
mattresses confused, Rebecca. I don't...
I mean, really, Mike, what's Kimberly going to think of you? She's going to think that you're not a very good secretary. And also, they have a $100,000 thing you can enter to buy food and groceries. You can win like $100,000. I mean, if I won $100,000, I wouldn't want it for food and groceries, but I'd want it for other things. But hey, you know what? You could eat for the rest of your life, right? And one more thing for you boys out there. If you go to ESPN.com, you can win $500 towards your tailgate for football season, as well as you can be flown to Miami for the big game. And I believe that this is sponsored by Kingsford Grills, so I'm sure there's a grill in there for you. And mycokerewards.com. If you guys drink Coke a lot, make sure you're saving your points. Go into mycokerewards.com and entering your little codes, and you can win all kinds of things and get all kinds of freebies. See, I had no idea this was all going on behind my back. I'm a little upset. And before we get to Kimberly's first commercial, I have to show you guys the buy of the week, which Kimberly agrees with me too.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's amazing. I mean, because she's been looking for this boot for a
I've
while.
been looking everywhere for this boot, and who knew it was at Target?
Yeah, okay.
Me.
Granted, my sister and I had to go to a lot of Targets to find this, okay, and it was quite a production. Target, or Target. This is the Target Massimo Engineer boot. Okay, let me tell you what this boot is. It's exactly like the Fry boot, which if you read In Style magazine or look in any magazines, it's like a $300 boot. and it's genuine leather. Well, so isn't the Massimo one at Target, but it's only $49.99, ladies.
It's fabulous.
It's fabulous. So that is the buy of the week, and it's missing from my foot right now. I'd show you guys because it's fantastic.
It's fabulous.
So if you want to go get a pair, go take a look. They are sold out right now online, but they should be getting more. So it's a big thing for Christmas, guys. If you have a girlfriend, she's going to want those boots. Trust me, it's going to be just like the UGG thing. I predicted it here for the first time at thestream.tv. Mike, what's going on with my chatters?
Well, I think I speak for all the men in the chat rooms when I say we have no idea what just happened. Not a clue. If we're in Target, we're getting Taco Bell and Pizza Hut, maybe some tools. That's pretty much it. First of all, Senor Shutter thinks both of you look fantastic in your purple tops. And if I had gotten the memo, I could have coordinated some purple. I could have worn a purple tank top and some boots and made that happen.
I wish you would have.
Thank you.
I don't know. Over in Stickham, Fa has posted Kimberly's IMDb page. We appreciate that. If somebody can get that over in Justin TV, that would be fantastic. Also, Kimberly has a website somewhere out there in the URL www world. We have some comments on Obama. Woozle316 in Stickham thinks Obama is going to blow the $1 million prize money on cigarettes. That could happen.
Wait, they get $1 million?
Yeah, that's like $1 million prize.
Okay, go on.
But before we get all worked up about
Can
Obama,
we put that towards our educational system? Oh, wait, go on.
$1 million isn't going to cover anything. But I was talking about this today with somebody. Obama, we're making a big deal about it. It doesn't really matter. Yasser Arafat got a Nobel Peace Prize.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I didn't know
it's
that.
very
Shows how
honorary.
much I know.
It's to make people feel good, and it's political. And
Yeah,
that's
it's
all.
political. Okay. Well, moving on, let's get to the most beautiful commercial actress in Hollywood right now. Really? You that? You guys love Dunkin Donuts, so you're gonna love this first ad that she's in. Let's go ahead and take a look. Dunkin Donuts.
One taste and you'll understand. Delicious Dunkin' Donuts coffee. Pick some up to brew at home. America runs on Dunkin'.
Bravo. That would be my dream job, by the way. If you want to write Dunkin' Donuts for me, Kimberly, and tell them that the next one you want an evil twin sister with you.
I will. I was just saying before the show, I have never been a coffee drinker until I shot this commercial about 2 months ago, and I had probably 9 cups of coffee on one of the days that we shot, and I am now a coffee drinker. I've had Dunkin' Donuts.
Were you awake for days after that shoot?
Yeah, which was a good thing because it was a 4-day shoot. So awake for days worked out well because it was a long shoot, early mornings and then into the night. But
no spit bucket for the coffee.
No spit bucket. No spit bucket. Just pure, good old, cold Dunkin' Donuts coffee.
And a lot of special effects.
Yes. It was literally the most fun commercial shoot I have ever done. It was an absolute blast. The crew was amazing. And all of the stunts were real. They basically came up with these plastic bottoms on my slippers, on my fuzzy pink slippers, that would slide on concrete. And then they had another pair that would slide on grass. And so I was going 20 miles an hour holding onto this aluminum coffee cup that was connected to a metal wire onto the back of a high-speed golf cart.
Oh my gosh.
And I would slide along. It was so much fun. So we had 2 days of rehearsal, and I was in like a helmet and pads and like the whole 9 yards.
Oh my gosh.
And then we did the shoot. So it was absolutely hysterical.
Jared, can we see the picture, the stunt picture? It's the next image. Jared?
This picture.
There we go.
So at the end of the 3rd day, they were like, how about you jump over a hedge? We'll CGI in a hedge of, roses or whatever. See if you can get going on this ramp. Jump, land, and keep going.
Oh my gosh.
And I don't really actually know how I managed to do this, but I did it.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, it was really fun. My father was the national champion barefoot water skier, and so growing up, it was like a requirement to be a good water skier at my house.
Okay.
So I was always water skiing, and so for the audition, it was all stunt women and a couple, people that weren't stunt women. And it's basically the same thing as water skiing. So hanging on with one hand and kind of sliding along.
So they were like, you're perfect for this because your dad did this and he taught you.
Oh,
Did you ever do it barefoot when you were a
I've
kid?
done it barefoot a little bit, but mostly on skis or slaloming. But after the first audition, they asked me if I could water ski really well, and I said, I told them yes, my dad's barefoot water skier, and then I emailed the casting director photos of me water skiing with my dad, just to prove it to them, because a lot of people say yes.
Yeah, and they really can't do something. Yeah, Mike, I'm sure we have questions for Kimberly.
We do. Ovidio, Drink Moxie, and Shutter were all very concerned about the stunts. You've answered that, wondering how you slid and were there stunt doubles. Real quick, Bottom thinks you look a little like Tia Leone, which is very nice. And then we have a question in Justin TV. When you do stunts, how does that work out with unions? Do you get credit towards the stuntman union for doing those, or?
I don't really know. I've heard through the grapevine and from the stuntman on the shoot. Brent Fletcher was his name. He's a amazing stunt guy, and he's one of the best stunt drivers in the business. He was saying that perhaps now I could be in the stunt union, and I definitely got extra pay. So it was part of my contract was that I got a stunt bump, and because it was 4-day shoot, I got a stunt bump, and then for all of the residuals as well. So
That's awesome.
I
That's a
definitely
good
was
deal.
compensated for it. In terms of being in the union, I'm not sure. I don't know if there's a future for me in stunts or not.
Well, you never know there,
You never
Kimberly.
know. You never know.
You never know. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and move on to her next clip, which I actually remember this one being on, and it's very popular. This is Freschetta pizza.
Okay, I need a better pizza. One made with only real cheese. And dough that rises naturally, with no chemical leaveners. A pizza with premium meats. And sauce made from only real tomatoes. A pizza my family will love.
Freschetta Naturally Rising Crust Pizza. No other pizza tastes like Freschetta, because no other pizza is made like Freschetta.
Okay, so now I'm hungry for pizza, and I'm sure everyone in the chat room is hungry for pizza too. We do this to people. We show these commercials, and then it makes everyone hungry. That one was pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, that was a fun one. That was my most recent one. I just shot that like a month ago.
Now, were you really in a grocery aisle, or was that green screened?
I was really in a grocery store. We shot from 7 p.m. until 7 a.m. So they closed down the grocery store, and they moved the entire aisle of frozen foods out. So that whole area was clear. It was just empty space. And then the extras were walking behind it. And then I just had to imagine the coolers, and they CGI'd in the coolers afterwards.
So you really had to pull an all-nighter for that one, for real? Like, were you there till 7 a.m.?
Yeah, we were there till 7 a.m. It was all
Wow,
night.
that's commitment.
But I actually have a new amazing way to go through all-night shoots. It's called Excedrin Migraine.
Oh.
And it has time-release caffeine in it, and it keeps you from having a headache, so you don't have that crash of caffeine. It was actually really good.
And it keeps you awake? It doesn't make you sleepy?
Excedrin Migraine, because caffeine, I guess, helps migraines. So what the crew were telling me about it, and I used it. It was great, because I don't like taking things that are too strong. So
exactly.
It was good.
Because I think that would be hard to have your energy up and give them what they need when you have to stay up all night. Mike.
Yes.
What are our friends saying about all these commercials?
You're right, by the way. Everybody is now hungry for pizza and thirsty for coffee. We're going to get bloated on the pizza and get a little wired. It's going to be fantastic. We do have some questions. Vesta Jade wants to know, what's the craziest audition you've ever had?
Craziest audition, actually it was for Dunkin Donuts. We had 2 or 3 callbacks for that, and the last callback we went to a park out in Van Nuys, and I drove up and there was a golf cart there, and they had pads, they strapped pads and helmets on us, they strapped these things on our feet, and they said, give it a try. And we went flying through the parking lot, and we were trying to dodge cones, and I was completely unprepared for what I was walking into. So that was definitely the craziest. And a couple people fell and like ripped their jeans and stuff. And I was the only, one other girl, and I were the only people that weren't stunt women. And so it's, when you're in an audition with all stunt women, you feel like, just me, like I don't know how to do stunts, and they're all like, they know each other, and they're like, yeah. And they were all amazing, and
wait, what are they like?
they're like, yeah, that, they were just, they're amazing. So that was definitely the craziest one.
Not as crazy as the squirrel rescue I saw happen in Studio City today with the animal rescue team.
Wow.
There was a squirrel stuck down in the wash, which is that, the wash off for the water that goes through Studio City, and he kept like peeking out, and some lady saw him for days. He somehow got down into the gutters of the wash, and he couldn't get back out. And so they had they had bungee cords. They were climbing down to get the squirrel.
Oh my gosh.
The poor little guy, though, apparently he had gone insane because he had been stuck there for like 4 or 5 days. So they were like very concerned, and we were gonna have a mad squirrel on the loose in Studio City.
That's nice to know that people care about
So I
squirrels.
think my squirrel story and your audition are neck and neck.
They fit right together.
They're neck and neck together. Mike, one more question before we go to her next.
Yeah,
thing
we're
here.
a little caught up on the squirrel story, but I think we'll bump
God.
that to the post show maybe. Hopefully there's video somewhere. Real quick, over in Stickum, Fa has also posted Kimberly's YouTube reel and Kimberly's actual website. So if you want to log into Stickum and get that, and if somebody could bring it over to Justin, that would be cool. Another quick question. Any ads that are currently on the air that you went out for that you wished you had gotten?
Ooh, you
that's
know
a good
what?
one.
I have one that really bugs me. I usually don't care. But there's a Claritin commercial where there's a girl water skiing. And as I've already told you, I grew up water skiing. So when I got that audition, I was like, it's in the bag. And I never say that about auditions. I wanted that one so badly. They were going to fly us to Florida and water ski for 2 days. And I didn't get it. And I was so bummed. And I actually, every time I see it, I think, was it the way I said Claritin? Was it the way I don't know. That's it.
And
Claritin.
you'll never know, and it'll torture you for the rest of your life.
I usually don't care at all. I usually let go of it. I mean,
But that's the one that got you.
that one, I was like, it could have been me. Why not? I look just like that girl. So
Okay, you guys, we're going to go ahead and take a look at her. She did a campaign for Time Warner Cable, but we're going to only show one of the commercials, but if you want, you can find those online. There's 3 spots or more that she did. She played a crystal ball lady. We'll go ahead and take a look here.
Hi. We're confused by this bundle from the phone company.
Well, let's consult the crystal ball. Strange. It's never been this cloudy before.
Phone company bundles can be hard to figure out, but with Time Warner Cable, you get 3 top-of-the-line services at a bottom-line price. There are better services in your future. Call Time Warner Cable today.
So that was a character that you went out for, right? Or was that something you sort of came up with in the audition?
no, it was like a crystal ball gypsy lady, and I came into the audition dressed
Like a gypsy?
that, like a gypsy. But I live in Venice, so I just sort of wore my more beachy, Venice-y, sort of bohemian clothes. And a lot of other people were in like really extreme crystal ball clothes that you would get like at a costume store. So I don't know if that helped me or not. I went in barefoot and just kind
It
of.
probably just seemed more organic and real, which is what they seem to be wanting these days.
Yeah.
Mike, do they remember that spot, that campaign?
I think they do, but Timer Effects wanted to say, hey, that was a pretty good spot, and more importantly, at least Kimberly's not the creepy girl from the Palm commercials, which I don't know who that is.
I don't know who
But
that is either.
Clearly,
Who is
it's
that?
a compliment and
The
much
Palm
better.
commercials?
Yeah, I don't know. Was that the like a PDA? We need some
Palm
clarification,
Pilot.
Timer.
Oh, the Palm.
Or
Yeah.
is it Palm drink? Pomegranate.
Oh, maybe Palm.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe
If it
that's
was
what-
Palm the drink, I think they misspelled it. We do have a question, but first some quick shout-outs.
Yes.
And Celtic Michaela, you're not banned because I can see you chatting in the chat room, so don't worry about that. I think it was just some confusion. Who do we have? We have Baseball, who's
Oh,
back.
Baseball's
Love that.
back.
Chris Glass, Discord Man, Evil Monkey, Jormonger Worm, Killer Nail Bunny. God, you guys are creative. Lufer, Mad Guy, Sociology Geek, Starliner, Timer Effects, and Whimsy. And where'd the question go? It's from our new intern / Lloyd video. How many people go out for these big national ad campaigns, Kimberly?
It's hard to say exactly. The really big ads, there's usually several days of the first audition. I talked to girls at the callbacks, and they were there for 1 or 2 or 3 days, and then there's usually 1 day of callbacks. It really varies. It varies for the director and the ad agency and the product, and you know, a lot of times they'll do a whole round of auditions and a whole round of callbacks. They still don't find anyone, and they go back for a whole second round. So it just sort of varies.
Yeah, I've seen that happen a lot, where you saw it out once and then it comes out again because they're still looking for the person. And you guys, just so you guys know, because sometimes I forget that you guys don't know everything. It's usually one audition, a callback, and a booking. Just depends. Sometimes there's several callbacks. I think Owen Smith went out for a commercial that he talked about here, and they made him go back like 4 or 5 times. It was ridiculous, like what he had to go through for a commercial. But I want to say hi real quick to DKTERS. I don't know how to say your name. Gruslin, Urinal Mint. Not even going to ask. Discordman, Crunchman 2600, Aliens 300, Avideo, what's up? Parker said, Vegs Bottom, Fresh TM, Woozle 316, Celtics for Life, Rabid Penguin Munger, Celtic Michaela Woozle 36, Alexander Fall, Telemundo Vegs. I already said hi to you. That's twice. Sorry about that. And Pantera fan, where are ya? That's going to be our regular hook, right, Mike?
Yes.
Yes. Mike, one more question for Kimberly.
What happened to Pantera fan? That was crazy.
Yeah, he comes
First of
and
all, I
goes.
apologize to Celtic Michaela, who corrected me. Apparently, it's not Celtic, it's Celtic.
Oh,
but I
sorry.
got news for you. Being Boston people,
Yeah,
it's
Celtic.
going to remain Celtic. I'm
It's gonna
very
be
sorry.
Celtic for
I
us.
don't know what to tell you. And I do have a score update. The Yankees, apparently A-Rod just tied the game. So that's happening. Questions. We do. There was one question. I forget who it was from. They wanted to know if you've done any more episodes of Monk since the last one where you were the nude character.
No, the rule is once a nudist, always a nudist on Monk, and that's about it for me. I just did that one episode, which was really cool. It was with Dietrich Bader, who's from Office Space, and it was on the Drew Carey Show. Do you guys know
Yeah.
him? He was a nudist with me.
Oh, yeah.
And Alfred Molina was in the episode too. So
Oh,
it
he's
was
great.
It was actually kind of a hilarious. I had a year of my life where everything that I booked was either in a bathing suit, in my underwear, or like seeming like I was nude, but none of it was sexy. It was all just like it was like
weird
the year of
nudity stuff.
nudity,
Yeah.
but I don't do nudity, so it was like this comic sort of thing where, anyway, so it was a fun episode. It was 2 days hanging out in like nude tank tops and bathrobes. It was great.
Well, I'm sure, hopefully they took good care of you with that.
Yeah, they
Because
were.
It's hard for a lady to get naked like that on set in front of everybody.
They were wonderful. There were a lot of people on set that day. There was a lot of people like, oh, we're just dropping by to see the set today, and
Yeah, right.
There was several nudists running around.
Well, that must have been what propelled Suave to book you in this next ad.
That must have been
It
it.
must have been, Jared. Suave. That's what I use, Suave, to get these crazy free-flowing
Your locks,
curls,
your
the
shiny locks.
My shiny locks. That was pretty cool to be able to do a big, like, hair commercial, you know?
You know, it was really cool, and when I booked the commercial, I was so excited because I thought for sure, this is what I envisioned.
Right.
New York City streets, kind of rainy. I'm in a fabulous dress with like a black overcoat with a red umbrella, kind of bounding down the street, tossing my hair, hailing a like a cab or whatever. Get there for my costume fitting, and they're like, oh, you're a worn out mom. They did age makeup on me a little bit, and they
Oh my
teased my
gosh.
hair, and I had 3 kids. And that was the first commercial that was the first project I ever had where I had kids. And so I was like having an early life crisis.
You were like, wait a minute.
Am I old enough to have a 6-year-old? I have a 6-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 2-year-old. I mean, and where's the umbrella? Oh, you know.
Yeah, because everyone remembers Suave commercials as like something like
That's what I thought. Like a Prel commercial.
yeah, like a
oh, Suave, you know.
Suave. Oh, I just jumped out
Oh,
of the
just my
shower.
hair
Did
is
you
so
dry my hair?
great.
Oh.
Yeah. We're just in our purple, tossing our hair. Oh. Yeah, it wasn't that way actually. Not
Now that
so
one
much.
ran for how long? But you made something on that because I remember that one.
That was a big campaign. It ran
Yeah.
for like 2 years. It
Oh
was
my gosh,
it was a
that's excellent.
fantastic. It was a fantastic commercial. You know, hair products and any sort of also feminine products run forever.
Hey, listen, I'll take any of them.
I had an Always commercial that ran for like 3.5 years, and then after that it went to Europe. It's probably still running in Europe. I don't even know.
I don't care if I have to do Always. I don't care if I have to do one of those ones where it's the couple in bed and they're like, she likes this, he likes that. And when they come together, it's la la. Like, I would take any of those. Mike.
Yeah.
I hear you laughing. Somebody's being really funny in the chat
by the way, I
room.
just want you all to know that I also use this.
I knew your hair was going to come into this.
Shake it, toss it.
Knowing our viewers, it's predictable. There was a discussion about, isn't Suave the shampoo that makes you orgasmic? And they've decided, no, that's herbal essence.
It is herbal essence.
So there you go. So that's valuable information. Celtic, Michaela, we appreciate that. Drink Moxie thinks after that whole flipping hair thing that there should be a pillow fight. And we do have some good questions. Bottom wants to know if you ever get to go out and audition for feature films. And Timer FX wants to know what your very first commercial spot was.
Oh, okay. I do get to do feature films. I'm actually shooting one right now called Cross the Line, and with Ice-T. It is not on it's not on IMDb yet, but we are shooting it. We're shooting it right now. We're in the middle of shooting it.
That's so cool.
So I do get to do films. I did a film. I've done a bunch of indie films, and it's always fun to do stuff like that.
She hosts too, you guys, and she does improv sometimes at Improv Olympic.
Sometimes I do improv.
Well, improv, we go in and out of it. You know, it's one of those things. But you hosted on some shows, right?
Yes, I've done some hosting. I kind of got wrangled into it a few years ago, and every New Year's Eve, I've been hosting this thing called New Year's Nation, where there's parties all over the country that are connected by live webcams, and when you're in the parties, you can see parties from other countries, other cities, and then it's airing live on the web, it's streaming on the web, and then last year they also cut to it on ESPN.
Cool.
So last year I was at the Wiltern hosting, and DJ AM and Travis Barker did a set. They were the big entertainers. We had a ton of celebrities there, and it's really fun, actually.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot of fun. They have a lot of those parties now where people come in and they have someone host it, and it's like a big ta-da. Mike, one more question, and we're going to go to Toyota.
Yeah, I'm going to go over to Stickum for a second. I feel like we've been neglecting them. Dinkum's over there, Maverick 2.0, Fa, Whisper, Craig Hayes. Fa has a more personality question. Kimberly, are you a cat person or a dog person?
I'm a dog person. I am a dog person. But I did a Fancy Feast cat food thing.
And we were going to show you guys that, but it's really long.
It's online.
It's online.
I got to hang out with all the Fancy Feast cats. But by nature, I'm a dog person.
Cool. Mike, any other ones?
Yes. Bottom also wants to know, and there's no, I guess, correct answer to this. Do you actually use the products that you get to experience in the ads?
Sometimes you do. Generally on set they want you to use the product. I will say my very first commercial audition in Los Angeles was for Jeep, and at the time I was driving a Jeep, and I was so excited because I was like, oh, this is great. Like, I drive a Jeep, they're gonna want me, you know?
Yeah.
And they don't care. They don't care. But I do use the products on set, and
I think if I booked Suave, I'd be like, I want you to give me free Suave shampoo for the rest of my life.
Yeah. I did have a hair makeover on that set. There was like a day of spa day, and I had like there was like a celebrity stylist and like a celebrity hair colorist. They came in and did all sorts of stuff to my hair. And
oh, cool.
Yeah, so that's good. Get a little Suave.
That's awesome. That's fun for a girl.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at Toyota.
That was a really great dinner.
That was a really good dinner.
Ooh, looks like we just ran out of gas.
Really?
Sorry.
The Toyota Corolla. Everyone knows it gets 41 miles per gallon.
Have you seen your husband?
Yeah, he's right over there.
No.
I've had a few guys pull that with me.
You
Kimberly.
have in real life?
Yes, I think I've had that happen through my high school years.
Oh, no.
The old, and then there's the yawn and reach.
beyond reach. Yeah.
Rebecca, how many times do I have to apologize? I was actually out of gas. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Or there's been a few things I'll have to think of that men pull, like, or they'll always like leave something at your house, or they'll, oh, well, I need your number for this.
Right.
Right.
I'm sure that's what you needed for.
Yeah. So that one was really funny, and you said there was stuff in chat rooms about that. It was so popular.
I have no idea why that was a popular one, but it was. And I got emails and stuff from that. That is one of my favorite commercials because that's my friend Derek Miller, who actually just premiered on Comedy Central on My Secret Girlfriend.
Oh, cute.
And he is such a great comedian, and we had the best time shooting that commercial. The director for that commercial is Bruce Hurwitz. He's with Crossroad Films, and I've shot several commercials and a pilot with him, and he's just a great crew, great director, and it was one of those commercials where we literally were laughing for like 7 or 8 hours in the car, just hysterically laughing. So it was a good one. When you get good people, it can be really,
especially
really...
if it's someone you're friends with and it's so much fun.
Yeah.
I have to say, number one, your hair looked fabulous in that commercial.
You.
I love the bangs, I love the color, and I thought your laugh in that was like perfect. Do you think that that's what helped you book it, was the way you laughed?
Probably. It's hard to say what it is. I think it just, the improv in those commercial auditions, well, Bruce always wants you to do improv in the commercial auditions, and so the improv for that was just, we went back and forth and just bantered for a long time and made up different fake conversations. And then actually in the shoot, they have a whole B-roll of that film where Derek and I went through a series of different first dates with different characters. And so we were on a dolly with that car. We had to be pulled up a hill and then we back down a hill, and it was really slow. So in between, they just were rolling the camera on us. And so Bruce was on a God mic in the car, and he'd be like, Kimberly, you love butterflies. Derek, you have a fetish for earrings, or go. And we just improv the whole time. So I think that was part of it. In the audition was not trying to be a character, just kind of going with it,
going
and reacting
with it and
from the other
improving
person.
and reacting. Yes, anding. Yes,
anding.
Well, let's go ahead and take a look at your image for Nationwide. This is an ad that's coming out soon that Kimberly just shot. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. And what are you doing in this ad? Can you tell us? Or
I am watering the money tree.
And is this all in the commercial? Are there just different images of you in the glass box?
Yeah,
or?
there's different. I'm in the background. There's a couple. There's one of me putting a giant penny in a giant jar, and then there's one of me dressed up like George Washington in the dollar bill. So it's just different ways that you can save money with Nationwide Insurance. But the costumes for this were amazing. That was an actual dress from the Paramount costume vault. It was like from the 1950s, gorgeous.
So pretty.
And it was really fun. The wardrobe on that was really, really fun.
Mike, I see a lot of questions going on in the chat.
Yes, first of all, Celtic, Michaela claims that her boyfriend still does the old yawn and stretch. So good luck with that, Celtic. That's fantastic. We do have some good questions. If you do want to answer this, that's fine. Noah wants to know what agency you're with, and somebody actually answered it, and I'm curious to see if they're correct.
I'm with the RAIN agency, REIGN.
Fa nailed it. Looked it up, and that's the agency they came up with.
Laura Suhu was with the Osbrink agency, and she left and started her own agency, and it's the RAIN agency, and she's wonderful. They're a wonderful commercial agency that reps a lot of comedic actors.
Very cool. Very cool. I've heard great things about Laura Suhu.
She's fabulous.
Lovely.
She's been my agent for many a year.
She's lovely. Okay, you guys, get your adjectives together. I know Mike's been writing some down, so we're just going to give you a few more seconds to get those into us. Mike, are you composing a pretty good list?
Yes, I've got good ones. By the way, Ovidio, again, our future intern, wanted to know if the Toyota car ad isn't how it works, how exactly do you ask a woman out and make a move on her? And then Binkham chimed in, that's a really good question.
Well, just like in commercial auditions, I would say being yourself usually helps, being more direct and funny, just like in an audition.
You know what?
Such a similarity, really.
Guys, I have to say, being funny will get you a lot of places with women. You don't have to be the hottest, cutest guy. If you're funny and you can entertain a woman, you can probably win her over eventually.
Mm-hmm.
And if that doesn't work, you need the money tree.
Yeah, with
Get
the money
tree, and then
Yeah.
everything works. Are you ready for adjectives? Are we good?
Yeah, we're
All right.
ready. Let's
how
do it.
How do you feel about 6?
What?
6 adjectives, is that fine?
Oh, 6 is fine. Yeah, she's an improver. She can handle this.
Kimberly's
Yeah,
got game.
grab
I think
your
we'll be fine.
disco
Aliens
ball.
300 came in with, and this is in no particular order.
So you just
Aliens 300, unfathomable.
And they're like, use these 6
Unfathomable.
words on this board and just
All
improv.
at once?
The password is unfathomable. Tumor 20 has versatile. Drink Moxie has sheepish. Starliner, luminous. Luminous. Sociology Geek gave 2. We're going to go with titillating. And then Andrew is going to round it out with perpetual.
Ooh.
Perpetual.
And you don't have to use them in that order. You can use them whatever way.
Okay, so I'm just selling this on
Yes,
air.
she is selling this for you guys, and she's going to include the adjectives that you gave her as if you were booking her in the audition. Here we go. Whenever you're ready, Kimberly.
This is absolutely luminous. Is this on sale? This is tintillating. This is an unfathomable price, if that's what you're telling me. It is completely versatile. I mean, who doesn't need a disco ball in their house? And it's a perpetual party all the day. I didn't book that. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Cool.
No, actually, I think, when you do screw up, that is one thing. If you can just do a big old laugh at the end, sometimes the laugh can save it.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that how? Yeah, because I don't know. I always wonder, like, if I mess something up, if that's why.
Sometimes I think your reaction to messing stuff up books things better than if you get it perfectly.
Wow, all this advice, you guys, write this down. Kimberly knows what she's talking about, okay? Okay, so before we sign off for the night, we are going to do a post show with Kimberly so you guys can ask her more questions. And so think about what else you'd like to know because, again, she's an expert in this area. So if you want to know more about it, please think about what you want to ask her. Kimberly, give them your website.
My website is www.kimberlyirion.com. It's KIMBERLYIRION.
Cool. And do you have a fan page anywhere else, like MySpace or Facebook or anything?
I have MySpace and, no, not MySpace. I'm not using MySpace anymore. I have Facebook and I have a YouTube channel.
Okay.
And also today, I'd like to announce that I have just registered myself on Twitter because I have had an internal conflict for a long time about self-promotion as an actor. Some of you guys might understand. I feel kind of conflicted about always putting my stuff on my Facebook page because that's really for my friends.
Right.
But I've decided to start a Twitter page and just put all of my auditions, everything that's going on in the industry on Twitter and keep Facebook for my friends. So it's twitter.com/Kimberly Irion.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for giving us that. Mike, any more questions before we go? One more?
Yeah, it kind of comes off the cusp of doing the phony commercial.
Uh-oh.
People are wondering what is your most embarrassing, awkward reading interview ever?
Oh, I can definitely tell you the story without even batting an eye. I went in for The Unit. You know that TV show about the Special Forces unit?
Yeah.
And we had to do this girl was drunk at the microphone at a wedding and she was talking and then she kind of called someone out and then right at the end she started singing. And I had just done this improv workshop about just like in the moment making stuff up and going on your whim, which is great in improv, but is a really bad idea for a guest star audition on The Unit.
Yeah.
And I have no idea where this came from, but I did the whole audition. Everything was going great, and right at the end when I was supposed to come up with a song, instead of doing like this little funny song that I had rehearsed, I decided to do the Macarena with the arm motions, and I don't know what came over me. It was literally, I don't know what happened to me. I did the thing and I sang it, and then they were totally, you can feel when people are with you. They were like, yeah, we're with you. And then I did that at the end.
And they were like, we're not with you.
And everyone was like, literally like, I stopped my scene, I looked at everyone in the room and they were like, and I just kind of gathered my bags and I've never gone in for The Unit. Again.
I don't even know if it's still on.
Well, I mean, when it was playing, I mean, that
Yeah.
casting director, I'm on there like, I'm sure I'm on a loop somewhere of worst auditions of all times.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what happened to me, but it happens. And
It
just get in
happens.
your car, shut the door, and go, ah!
Yeah.
Just do like the primal scream and let go of it because it's just part of the journey. But it was truly, truly so embarrassing.
Well, we can tell more embarrassing stories in the chat room, you guys. So think of your more questions for Kimberly. We're going to sign off for commercial break because that's all the time we have left. Good night from Los Angeles with Mike, me, and Kimberly. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.